In this class, we will understand the concept of array of strings in C programming language, and this is one of the advanced declarations in strings. So I request you to focus more and watch this video as many times as possible until you get the clarity. So we will understand this concept by using this programming example. And before going into this example, this video is a part of entire C programming course, and our channel is a dedicated channel for computer science and engineering courses. All the courses available on our channel are available for free, and all our courses are full courses. The link to the playlist and courses is provided in the description. Please click on the link and get access to all our courses. And please subscribe to our channel. Your subscription helps us a lot in creating content like this. And please like this video and share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. So let's get started with our discussion. So the first line of code in this program, the very important line of code in this entire program. So understanding this will let you understand the entire concept of array of strings. So what I am expecting my program to do is, so far we have seen creating a variable to store one single string variable to store a single name. But what I am expecting is, I want to create an array so that I can accommodate more than one names in an array. Can I do that? Yes, we can do that by using two-dimensional arrays. So in this line of code, I have declared a two-dimensional array, and the data type for this two-dimensional array, the name of this array is names, and the data type that I have assigned is char. So what it means is, it is a string and it is an array of 3 rows. So the first index is for rows and the second index is for columns. We have discussed in detail about the concept of arrays, two-dimensional arrays in our array sections. So please go back there if you have any doubts regarding the visualization and the memory aspects of two-dimensional arrays. There we have detailedly explained the concept of two-dimensional arrays. Please go back once and come back here. Now here I have declared a two-dimensional array. The first index is for rows and the second index is for columns, and I have assigned the values onto this array. The first string is whatever that is in these double quotes. This is our first name or first string. And the second assignment, the second double quotes, value in the double quotes is our second string, and this is our third string. Now this string will get stored and this is the visualization for our two-dimensional array, and this string will get stored in this first row, and this string will get stored in this second row, and the third string will get stored in this third row. Okay. Now what happens on the assignment is, the name will get assigned, and after that all the empty spaces will get occupied with null character. So I think you know all these concepts. So this is how we were able to create an array of strings. So try to understand this. An array of strings, multiple strings. Now by using this we can create a class of we can store all the names of students who are in a class. For example, if there are 100 students in a class, all the student names can be created by one single array declaration. No need to create 100 strings for 100 student names. So this is the very key important point that you need to understand. So to store 100 student names, we need to create, without knowing this concept, we need to create 100 strings, right? But in one single declaration, we can provide all the 100 student names. So by using these two-dimensional arrays, array of strings. Okay. Now, how can I access a single student name? For example, if I want to access, so the printf statement is letting us to access a student name. So the name of second student is %s. This is very important. So I am expecting the complete string. I am expecting to access the complete string, and in the placeholder I am providing names of 1. I am providing only the row part. I am not providing the column part, because by providing this only this row part, so we are expecting the entire string in this row. We will be accessing the entire string in this row. So for that reason I have provided this %s. So try to understand this. So this is how we can access every name in the array of strings individually. Okay. Now, what if I want to access a specific character in a specific name? Can I do that? Yes, we can do that. So the second printf states that the first character of second student name is. So who is our second student? He is our second student, Ram. And what is the first character in this Ram? It is uppercase R. I want to access only this specific character in this array of strings. So this is how we can do that. Here I am providing %c, and names of both the rows and columns are to be provided. If I want to access the first character, I have to provide 0. If I want to access the second character, I have to provide, in the column part, I have to provide 1. So this is how we can access a specific character in a specific string in the array of strings. Okay, so this is all about the concept of array of strings, but this declaration is having its own demerits. So now, can you guess these demerits? If you can guess these demerits, please pause this video now and please comment what you have guessed, and please provide that guess in the comment section. So the demerit is we are wasting lot of space. For example, if I want to create 100 students哪and among those 100 student names, one of the student is having a name of 100 characters. Now, how many columns I have to provide? With a student of 100 characters, I have to provide 100 columns. And I want 100 student names. That is the reason why I've provided 100 rows here in the names variable. Now what happens is only one student is utilizing all the 100 spaces that are being allocated, but remaining 99 students are failing to access at least 10 spaces. So they are just accessing 10 spaces within that array of strings. Remaining all the spaces are occupied by these null characters. So do we have a solution for this? Yes, we are having a solution for this. So that is what we are going to cover in our next class, which is array of pointers to strings. So that's it for this video. See you in the next class.